Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Sports. I am your host, Mr. Jeremiah Coley.
I said, that'd be a good fight. He's like, no, cakewalk. I'm like,
nobody, not one analyst is talking about Jack as a sixth man.
But Jack, but Jack is.
Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Sports. I will be your host for today, Paula Liwanag, filling in for Jeremiah. To my right, we got Jamil, keeping it real.
The number one neighborhood sports critic. Let's sports politics.
We got He Ain't Playing Galen. And a special guest for tonight, boxer, undefeated, SFC gym from the Bay Area, Aaron Heavy Metal Coley.
Yeah.
Say what's up to everybody, Aaron.
How y'all doing, man?
All right. Thanks for coming on. So a little background on our guy here. Started boxing at the age of 17.
Yeah.
Turned professional at 21.
Yeah. I
mean, wow, that's, man. Same camp as another fighter that we know and has been on here, Kareem Mayfield.
Yeah.
Ava Knight. Who you been under? Ben Batista.
Yeah.
Okay. And 7-0. Looking to get to 8-0. Stay undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Give us a little background on how you got started in boxing.
Well, I just showed up at the gym, actually, and I just said I wanted to fight. And then I came, I trained for about a week. Dude put me in there, and it was on from then on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, your style, you're 7-0.
Yeah.
You know, who do you tailor your fighting style to, or do you want to make a name for yourself?
Well, I really don't tell nobody as far as my fighting because everybody got their own style of fighting. My favorite fighter is Pernell Whitaker, though. So
Sweet
as far as from a Southpaw perspective, I watch him just every day just to try to pick up something new.
Very defensive-minded fighter too.
Yeah.
You know, the true sweet science of not get hit.
Offensive too. When you see me,
Uh-huh.
offense is serious.
Yeah. Speaking of offensive, you know, let's we got the fight. You know, we got one of your fights going on in the background here. You know, show off the skills.
Speaking about boxing, I wanted to ask you, what are some of the people that you've gotten in there and sparred with different camps? You want to talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, I've been in there with Peter Quillen, Edward Rodriguez, the dude Ward finna fight.
Okay.
Jay Leon, I've been in there with a few of them cats. Man, they were some good guys.
Definitely.
I think Pete was the best camp for me. He was real respectful. He was cool, and he a good fighter.
Okay. Any of the fighters all right? I mean, did you hurt him too bad in the sparring ring or what?
I mean, everybody get some touching up on, but
yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. Yeah.
Definitely.
Edward Rodriguez was good too. He was a good dude.
Definitely, that's good.
Yeah.
It's important.
Now, one thing that I've seen is that it says you're a southpaw.
Yeah.
But if I'm correct, you're right-handed.
Yeah, I'm right-handed.
So you fight out of a southpaw stance.
Yeah, I got that just off from being in the ring. I started off trying to fight orthodox, but then I didn't feel as mobile as I felt.
Okay.
So when I switched around, I was able to get around a little bit quicker. So I just figured I'd stay that way. But it's like my left hand more stronger anyway. It's more coordinated. I do mostly everything with my left besides right.
Now, don't you lift steel too?
Yeah.
Your family lifts steel too.
Yeah, that's my job. That's my first job for now. You know, I ride around like mechanic shops, dealerships, and I just pick up metal all day. From like 6
Working out every day, man.
like 6 to 4.
That's where you get the name heavy metal.
Heavy
from.
metal.
Heavy
Yeah.
metal.
Lifting that steel put power in them hands.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Strength.
Well, one thing I can say, man. I mean, whatever you're doing, 7-0. It's
Yeah.
working. You know, keep doing your thing, man. You know, and you definitely have the support of Let's Talk Sports.
Most
You
definitely.
know, and just keep doing it. And you're fighting. When's your next fight?
Saturday, October 12th.
This Saturday,
This Saturday.
October 12th. Where at?
October 12th, Roseville, California, at the fairgrounds.
Okay.
It's gonna be a night of I'm actually main eventing that night too.
Main
so-
event. There you go.
Yeah,
Main event.
that's big, but yeah.
And who you fighting?
I'm fighting this cat, Mike Alexander. He from somewhere out here. He a local, but
Okay.
it'll make me no difference.
Hey, man, work is work.
I'm in shape.
Okay, so this Saturday, what time? Around what time?
Doors open at 5:30. You know, main event probably about 8.
Okay. Anybody interested in watching a good cat, young cat, making a name for himself? Support. Go out to the fairgrounds in Sac or Roseville.
Yeah.
Tickets are available. Support Aaron Heavy Metal Coley. Fights also happening this Friday. The Saturday.
Yeah.
We got Marquez Bradley. What are your thoughts on these two fighters?
Two good fighters, both of them real steady. They hold their own, but I'm going with Bradley though. Bradley just a dog all the way around. He box, he brawl, he do it all. So I'm gonna have to run with him.
Bradley, okay.
Yeah.
Galen, what do you think?
Man, I think like he said, Bradley's a brawler. You know, you watch his last fight against I can't pronounce the name.
Provodnikov.
Provodnikov. His last
Punishment.
fight again, exactly. He really showed that he could take some punishment because, man, he showed some heart, he showed some determination, and that right there was enough to get him that fight because he really strayed away from what his corner was telling him and just went
Went on
into
his own
attack
understanding.
mode. Like, I'm just gonna kill this dude.
Like he got something to prove.
Like he got something to prove. In this
something
fight,
to
I
prove.
really think he's gonna come in with that same chip on his shoulder. I got something to prove. But at the same time, doing that against a seasoned veteran counter puncher like Marquez could go really harmful for him.
Yeah.
I got Marquez in this fight.
Marquez. All right, we got one Bradley. We got one Marquez. Mill.
I'm kind of in the middle, right? Because like normally, I would say Bradley, but he can't fight against Marquez like he did against Provodnikov, or he will get put out.
He will.
And I watched the
He'll get
face
Pacquiao.
off, right? I watched the face off, and Marquez wants to knock him out. He got that look in his eye, but then what like a lot of people don't know is that Bradley, he had swelling on his brain from that fight, and
Yeah, he had he wasn't medically cleared to even.
Marquez ain't hitting as hard as whatever.
Provodnikov?
Yeah. He ain't hitting that hard.
and then Bradley, his speech was slurred for 2 months in that fight.
But he was taking some shots that
So,
fight.
so who's to say he might get in there against Marquez and get hit and get all blurry, you know? So, I mean, I'm curious to see how much he's healed from that right there, because swelling on the brain is something serious.
That's something serious. You know?
Yeah.
But he's not going to be able to just square up and throw punches and take punches
It's
with
gonna
Marquez.
be a boxing match, period.
Definitely.
I mean,
he's
he
going to
not
have to box him.
It's
He
a
can't
game
brawl
plan
him.
when he come out there. He ain't gonna come out there to fight him. Cause see, who knew the last guy he fought? Nobody.
Nobody.
He was
They know him
considered
now.
a nobody as a guy, but they know him now. So that's what turned that fight into what it was. Cause he didn't even know what he was getting into. He just knew it was he was up in the ranks and he was gonna fight him.
And
And that was it.
Well, you know, I follow the sport, and I kind of knew, like, one thing that the Asian Russian did was he pulled counters, and which he did a lot of that too. Like, he don't have the defense like you would like, but he has some defense, and he can be tricky, you know, so he has to pull counters. But the thing about Marquez is that you can have your way with Marquez for about 2 rounds. He actually wants you to do that so he can goad you into a fight.
He gonna figure you out.
He'll figure you
And
out.
all of a sudden you in his lair, and when the fight turned into something else in the 4th round, you gonna be like, oh, what is I was handling you. And I think he like the trick fighters like that. So that's the tricky part about Marquez.
He stays really calm and poised when he's in the ring. That's one thing about Marquez. You're not gonna see him going swinging too wildly like a Pacquiao or like a Bradley last fight. He's gonna stay nice and calm and poised and box. He's really just gonna come and try and outbox him, I think.
Yeah.
I personally think Marquez is gonna knock him out. I mean, Marquez has been in there
Bradley
with one of
gonna
the
get knocked out.
Marquez TKO stoppage. You know, Marquez is gonna take it. My reasons are Marquez has been in there, 4 times against Pac. One of the fastest guys, hand speed wise, is a lot cleaner in punching. He doesn't swing as wide, but still swings wide. Whereas Bradley, when you start to get to him, just like against Provodnikov, he started throwing wide, throwing around, and Marquez is gonna eat that up.
But
You know what I
Bradley been in there with one of the guys that hit the hardest out of every one of them guys. Kendall Holt.
Yep. Kendall
Put
Holt.
it. I mean, literally, he was out. And he got up. His eyes was rolled.
I remember seeing
He was
that.
out.
He did get up.
And he got up and he won that
And he
fight.
won that fight.
He's a fighter.
So far as Marquez putting the TK on him, I don't see that.
It's gonna go 12.
If Bradley could like one of the most exciting fights I've seen him fight was against Peterson, and if he could fight like that, use his legs, then I see him winning. And he better watch the Mayweather fight. He better Mayweather Marquez. He better study
he got. But then he's gonna come with a different game plan than that though, because you know how Mayweather be when he was fighting
You
Marquez.
saw Mayweather only one did that to Marquez. You look at all his
Yeah,
fights.
that's true.
You better
Nobody's
Yeah.
done that to Marquez.
He beat him every round too.
Every round.
Yeah.
And he could have took him out. He could have took him out, but it was Floyd, after Floyd, came back from vacation. He wanted to get some rounds in.
Bradley though, I kind of almost want to pick him for this fight just because I really like.
Now you
his
can't
heart.
do that.
No, I picked Marquez,
Yeah.
but I said I wanted
can't
to.
do
I
that.
wanted to,
Okay.
but I go Marquez. I say Marquez gonna win, but I kind of wanted to pick Bradley because that heart and determination that he shows. But I don't think it's gonna be enough against Marquez. Marquez gonna sit in there and tag him, I think.
Don't tell me we changing your mind, man.
No. This is before
You ain't changing my mind. You
This
ain't
is
changing my
before I
mind.
even came in here. I'm like, because I was watching some Bradley fights today. That Provodnikov fight again, and that fight was explosive right there.
I mean, personally, I want to see Bradley win, and I want to see him say, Mayweather, you next. That's what I want to see. I'm going for Floyd, of course, with that fight.
Yeah.
So I got a
team.
question. I got a question. So what does a win for Marquez or Bradley mean for them at this point in their careers right now?
Marquez, I mean, that's big. What Marquez gonna fight?
This would
Danny
be.
Garcia. I mean, that's the.
Let me
only-
on top of that. This is for a title. So
Bradley's
Marquez would actually be, I think, the first Mexican fighter to win a title in five different weight divisions.
That's
Four or five.
Well, that's history. Well,
Okay, so that's
he'd be considered a legend then after
Exactly.
that. So it'd be put him in the books in
Put him in
another
the
5
books.
years, I guess.
Call it a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Go out on top.
Bradley, I mean, it's just another notch under his belt for him to get the real money. If you ask me, because he
Bradley.
can fight Danny Garcia too. Either one of them. Because ain't they fighting at 47?
47, but you got the promotional beef still going on.
You know, Bradley still kind of got that chip off his shoulder. He came off a controversial win from Pacquiao.
From Pacquiao.
And then, some may say that this last win could have been controversial
I thought
too.
he lost that though on the real because
Against
he was
Pacquiao?
against
Provodnikov.
because he was hurt the whole fight. I mean, it's just like how. Like, he just hurt the
You know what was
How
funny
is he
too?
still
Like,
standing?
no,
You
man.
know what was funny though? When he got rocked and the referee didn't see it. And then when they broke in the clinch, he was out.
The ref was looking around like, what happened? What happened?
Even when he
hurt
knocked
that
him down
man
at the end of
one
the
time,
round.
and that man had him hurt the whole fight and
The
didn't
whole
win the
fight.
fight. So I don't understand that. I mean, it's
Well, I got two ways of looking at a boxing match, right? As a fight and as a sport. So you can win off points and still get your ass kicked. You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying? You can, like,
That's
you
true.
could, you can
Come
be
out with
losing
knots
it,
on your head,
Yeah,
black eyes,
yeah.
bloody broken nose.
but
Yep.
dude landed more punches, in 1 more rounds. So that can happen, as far as that. But he lost the fight though.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's move on to the next big fight.
Hold on. One thing I want to say. If Bradley wins, that's Pacquiao and that's Marquez, the boy need to call out Floyd. And that's it.
Hey, he got to start getting some credit too if he wins.
If he could pull it off.
Even though I don't really give him too much credit for beating Pacquiao because we all saw that fight. That's another topic for another day.
Save that.
But at the same time, if he comes out here, he won last fight, showed a lot of heart. And if he can come out here and decisively beat Marquez, then I think he's really made a name for himself. And like Jamil said, Floyd's the next one to go.
Yeah. You got that momentum going for him.
And then he got that momentum too.
You got that winning
We already
streak.
know the man can take a punch.
Yeah. Let's go move on to the next fight. The man that Bradley and Marquez has beaten, Manny Pacquiao, is facing Bam Bam Rios. Not in Vegas,
In China.
but in China.
He need all his money.
You need all the money back? Was that a straight money move?
Yeah, that's a money move. I mean, he ain't trying to get all them taxes took out, all that. He want all that.
Maybe we need to move to China.
And he gonna get
I
Bam.
ain't trying to have him on my
He
test.
liable to stop Bam Bam too, cause I mean, this is boxing. You get hit with shots, and I mean, who says you gonna stand up to all of them? Like, so far as that, Pacquiao gonna beat him bad. He fight just like Margarito, coming towards you, and that's tailor made for Pacquiao.
That's what Pacquiao
So
likes
Pacquiao
right
So
gonna-
you think that was the goal of him fighting Bam Bam was
For him to
Pat
bounce back,
got knocked out by Marquez. He lost to Bradley. He needs some kind
bounce
of
back
fight.
fight. Even though Rios ain't no stepping stone, but
Yeah.
he tailor made for Pacquiao. That's what Pacquiao like. A come in type fight, a brawl, and
Not
that's
a lot of
what.
head
And
movement.
he
That's what
he
it's
liable
gonna
to
be.
stop him. He liable to stop him
Well,
because
he could, but Rios, I think he only been dropped one time to the body at that. He could stop him, but I think
Pacquiao.
Pacquiao-
You talking about Pacquiao? Pacquiao then went up to 54 and broke somebody's eyepiece. So, as far as that being said, I mean, they fighting that one.
I think it's unfair to call Pacquiao washed up about how toxic man going.
Yeah.
Washed up. He
That
just got
ain't
knocked
him.
out.
Exactly. It happens. It's
then
part of the
who's,
sport.
But then who was Pacquiao stopped recently?
Huh?
Who was he stopped recently?
Cotto, his last stoppage. He could have stopped Margarito.
But the
Stepped off the gas
combinations
on
that he
Mosley.
releases, whether he's hitting hard or not, just getting hit back to back like that will send the referee in the middle of y'all because he throws 6 punch combinations, all of them hard. So you
it's the
getting hit in the
accumulation.
head constantly 6 times.
Yeah.
That ref is gonna slide in there.
And then plus Rios conditioning been a question for him too. Rios.
But this fight, I think, because he said 147,
Yeah.
so he's a bigger guy.
But
But I think you got two things at play right here. You got Bob Aaron, right? He's shady, right? He's shady character, right?
Yeah.
You got Illuminati Bob Aaron, right?
Illuminati Bob.
Here we go.
Illuminati Bob.
So boom. It's like, okay, Pacquiao got stopped his last fight. Not stopped. He got knocked the fourth out, right?
He just woke up.
Right. And then, Rios lost his last fight. So I think he's
That's
looking
Alvarado.
at it like, he looking at it like, okay, I'm going to see what Rios is made of. If he wins, then I got another star in the making right here. Because Rios talks smack. Right? And if Rios wins, boom. If Pacquiao loses, okay, I'll throw you to the wolves. Oh, well.
Pacquiao.
But hold on. If Pacquiao wins, he's back.
Yeah, see, look,
And he's back.
it's a difference though. Pacquiao, he just got hit with a shot. Alvarado just plain out beat that man. So
Yeah.
that's a whole nother story. And
Mind you, that's for
And he
Marquez.
don't-
That's his nemesis.
Rios don't
Yeah.
come in shape like because if he came in shape, his body would look like something, man. He looked horrible.
Bam Bam ain't never really.
Conditioning been an
He-
issue with that
can't-
man. You know what I'm
he-
saying?
Just what, a year and a half ago, he was a lightweight,
Yeah, he
Fatigue
looked
makes the
horrible.
hardest
He was
man in
struggling to
cowards,
make
man.
weight.
But he was a big lightweight.
struggling to make weight.
Yeah, but
Hey,
he looked
fatigue
horrible.
makes the
out
hardest
there,
people
man.
look
He
like
looked
cowards.
He looked like James Toney around the belt. So,
He ain't no hurt.
He gonna have to
I
finish the
just don't
fight
see-
quick, I think, because Pacquiao's in the workout.
you ain't finishing Pacquiao
But
quick.
that's what I'm saying. He's gonna
I
have
mean, that was
He's gonna have to
what
just
Marquez
throw everything
did
at him.
was timing and
Yeah.
power all
And he
at the
knew-
same
and he
time.
knows
know-
him. That's
they know
his
each
fourth
other.
fight with him.
Yeah.
You know,
That's his
It took him-
nemesis.
It's timing. But But this is what I will say.
That was the best punch of his career.
It's a win-win for Illuminati Bob. Right? You know, regardless of who wins, you know, he gonna come out on top. And then I'll say, from a real standpoint, like I think Margarito, after he got caught with them things in his hands,
Margarito.
He wasn't the same fighter to me no more.
Once them eyes got damaged, it was over to me. And then the next time he fought, he didn't have no type of smoke, nothing.
No, nothing.
He ain't had nothing coming from them gloves. He used to have smoke coming from
He
them.
used to have something
Now,
more
all
than
of a
smoke
sudden-
coming from there.
All of a sudden, he had
He
pillows in there. It wasn't nothing phasing nobody. So that was clear that he
even though he almost dropped Pacquiao though.
yeah.
Went to the body though, because Pacquiao.
He sat on the
Pacquiao
ropes.
beat that
Yeah.
man so
Sat on the
bad,
ropes.
man. He beat him
broke his
bad.
outside. He just one of them hard hit iron chin dudes.
But I will say this, and this is a big if for reals, because I got to play the devil's advocate, even though I'm picking Pacquiao. But if Rios can cut off the ring,
No.
he's got a shot.
It ain't no cutting off of Pacquiao because Pacquiao is there for you. He ain't got to cut it off. Pacquiao, only thing he do is break from the waist and angle, and he gonna be right there. And he gonna throw that combination every time because that's what he do.
Yeah, he got that waist.
Yeah, he got the waist and his hands gonna be up, and he gonna
Margarito's
release
seen it
them
so many
combinations when
Yeah.
you
I
come.
mean,
And he got good feet.
Good feet.
Pacquiao, fast feet.
Marquez just seen it so many times. That's why
Yeah.
he was able to just time it. I mean, if you
see
seen it,
any
he
other time, he
Yeah.
never
He
hit him
timed
that
it perfectly.
clean in none of the other fights.
Yeah.
he just timed it perfectly.
And then some
Marquez.
people
Yeah,
were saying
Marquez timed that shot
Marquez
perfectly.
was juicing. I mean,
That's.
I
Hit him right on the button, and he was coming in.
but,
You
but
going
at
to
the
sleep.
same time,
My
though-
7-year-old son could have hit me in the face like that. I'll
And
go
you
to
would've
sleep.
But look, at the same time, though, this is at the same time. Even in his prime, that man body never looked like that.
Yeah.
So you get 35, and all of a sudden you
Nah,
get,
not 35. You get 40.
You get damn near
He's
40.
30, yeah, he
And
was 37 or 38.
you 37 to 38. Now all of a sudden you looking the best you ever looked in your
Hanging out
life.
with Barry Bonds.
Right, and then see, and then
He still hasn't got convicted.
I know.
it wasn't the last knockdown. It was the first one. 'Cause
Oh,
last
that
one, he
overhand
got-
right?
Yeah, and he just
Yeah.
like
He looked the best he ever looked in his life. I be looking at weigh-ins and all that. When he got on that scale, that man was shredded. and that was the thing right
Yeah.
there.
All right, so let's go with official predictions with Pacquiao Rios. You got Pacquiao.
Pacquiao on 6.
Pacquiao 6.
Pacquiao outsmarts him outboxing the 12.
We're going by rounds.
I'm
I'll take 3
I'm going Pac, and I'm going 10th.
because he come in too much.
Yeah.
That's Rio's not gonna be able to.
We'll see.
He
We'll
don't
see.
be
By the
Power.
5th round,
I
I
like
think
Bam
Rio's
Bam,
gonna be.
though.
I do too.
He
but-
go out on his shield.
He talk trash. He ain't been talking nothing this fight because they got
Hey,
him.
He beat one of the Peterson brothers bad
He
too.
did
Yeah.
too.
On the
He
flip
did.
side, though, Pacquiao can't come in there with that
Bad.
mindset how he came in on Bradley because he didn't want to
yeah.
take his foot. He took his foot off the gas
He sure
on
did.
Bradley. That cost him the fight.
He lost his killer instinct.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so if he keeps that up, he's gonna
Don't
knock out
expect
Bradley.
Illuminati Bob to have his back.
He's not gonna have his. He
Sure
can't let
they
that
have
one go to
his
the
back
scoreboard.
on Bradley.
Is Ross judging that one?
Because he
I
still
don't know.
won that
Nah.
fight. I
He took a
mean,
leave of absence.
that's another story.
That's a whole nother debate for another day.
Well, let's go to some football. Let's go to some football. Our 49ers, back-to-back weeks, defense is showing up without who got some charges pressed up on him?
Alden.
Alden Smith, and without Patrick Willis. What's been the key to the Niners' winning streak, and how do you see them going up against Arizona?
I mean, it don't matter about somebody missing. Just when a team is working together, everything gonna come together as far as defense and offense. If everybody is working on the same accord and doing what they supposed to do, it's like a machine. It's gonna work. But if it is when it's friction in the machine, it ain't gonna go right.
One thing about us Niners is I agree with what he said too. First of all, that's definitely right. One thing about us Niners, our strengths for the last couple of years have always been running the football. We got Gore, we got a very good run blocking offensive line, but Now we got a new quarterback who's dynamic, which I feel the playbook was a little bit too big for him. They had him throwing, running, everything. Now, mind you, he hasn't even played a full season yet.
10 games.
That's what got y'all there, though.
But that is what got us
running.
there because nobody had seen it. Now all of a sudden there's
Everybody
game
seen
film
it.
on
But
it.
everybody
So-
play like that. Look at all the teams.
Our bread and butter is always been our run, and we
Yeah.
strive so far away from that. Gore got 8 touches in that
In the coach
in the coleslaw. He got 8 touches,
Yeah,
and this has
now
been
that's
our
bad.
bread and
It's
butter.
horrible.
That's
Yeah,
horrible.
horrible.
Workhorse
Last
got 8 touches.
game, you seen what happened when we gave him the ball? He was
a lot of yards.
racing right through. We was getting yards. Kaepernick had 100 yards passing or something like that.
113 yards.
6 for 15.
You know what I mean?
Something
Putting up
crazy.
And we
Putting
scored
up Alex
like
Smith
34
numbers.
points. You know what I mean? But that's all we need him to do. That's
Yeah.
why Alex
Yeah,
Smith
Alex Smith numbers.
was so successful in our system because you know what you're going to get with him. You're not going to get someone who's going to throw the ball down the field. You're going to get someone who's going to manage the clock. And that's what our offense thrives off of, managing the clock. That's why our defense been good, too, because they had a chance to rest.
I think this defense been together for a long time, and so like they're a solid core, so they know what they need to do to start playing right. On one end, I think the coaching staff and the team was a little too comfortable coming in being the first 49ers to lose the Super Bowl. I mean,
That
come
ain't
on
cool,
now, yeah,
man.
that ain't cool. You need to be mad just coming
Yeah.
into the
Just
season.
on the train. Chip on your shoulder, man. Get
For
that
real, yeah.
chip on your shoulder,
I mean,
man.
Maybe the Chargers can be happy just going to the bowl, not the
Nah,
Niners.
not
right?
us, man. We don't do that up here.
And then, I think, even with losing Ghost, and I think they found a diamond in the rough with Tremont Brock. Tremont Brock, because I watched him in the Rams game, and then he really showed out against the Titans. But I think the problem with the Niners is Greg Roman.
Greg Roman,
Yep.
the
Greg
OC.
Roman, yeah, because if you look at it, in the first games, he was just throwing, and not really running. And in the last games, he's running, not really throwing. You know what I'm saying? So he don't know how to really mix up his.
And that's
his
what
attack.
opened up the defense
I said-
in between the throwing and the running. Because last year when Kaepernick was taking off and they couldn't be stopped. I mean, they wasn't catching him, so that's opened up the defense.
Nobody knew how fast he was.
He also had nothing to lose last season
Yeah.
either. He's like, I'm second string.
Yeah,
I'm the
Alex
starter.
Smith's already
I'm going
back,
to just
so
do
if
my
I lose,
thing. You know what I mean?
And then backing up what he said too, right? It's like, this is a young quarterback, so you can't turn him into Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning wasn't even Peyton Manning in his second
He sure
year.
wasn't. I think he set like a rookie record for most interceptions thrown.
Right.
Look, hey, speaking about Peyton Manning's successor, look at that
Yeah.
boy Luck. He's going to be great.
We'll save
That's
that for
another
we'll
story.
save that for
We'll
another
save
show.
that for another day.
But he got his running game and stuff like that. They ain't just throwing him out there out there just to look bad either, though. So I think you got to make your quarterback look good. The most weapons you got, especially with the injuries to the receiving corps,
Yeah,
the most weapons
good
you
point.
got is that running back as far as on offense. So you gotta run to set the pass right now and open up the playbook as the game goes on.
To add on to what you said about our receivers, man, our receivers can't get open and they drop passes. And that's going to damage a young quarterback's confidence. That's where it's up to the offense and the play calling to call plays to get these receivers open.
You know what? I knew something was wrong. That last interception he threw against the Seattle. You know what I'm saying? That last one, it was like that. Looked like, man, y'all keep calling this BS. This is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Because he threw the interception, and it wasn't like he was just like.
That's good, though.
He was looking at somebody with a mug
But
like.
that's good, though, man. Keep your head up, though. We don't want him to sink his head. He got to be a leader, too, at the
He looked like
same
he was
time.
looking up at the booth like.
You know what? All his mistakes, it's easy for us to sit back and tell him what he needs to do and this, that, and the other.
Be the critics.
Yeah, be critics. We don't play the game.
We're not in the game right now.
He's the number one sports critic.
He's the number one sport. But he's got to learn. He should watch the greats like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. Look how they act after a game. After a game, even if Peyton Manning threw 4 picks that bounce off his receivers, he'll say, "Look in the camera. I have to be better."
Yep.
And that's what Kaepernick needs
That
to learn
composure.
to do. If he can learn to do that as a young QB, the Niners with him are going to have a lot of success
We're gonna be
for
all
years
right.
to come.
We're going to be all right.
Years to come.
So let's go now to our Facebook Frenzy section, where we go to our Facebook folks out there, putting in the comments, and we're just going to have some straight up answers here. Kareem Hicks. Which loss was more devastating? The Cowboys or the Falcons? Aaron. Cowboys.
I laugh at this because it's vintage Tony Romo.
Vintage Romo.
Tony being Romo. Throw a pick with the game on the line after you throw 500 yards and 5 TDs.
Best stats for a losing quarterback.
You know what? The Cowboys, I think, is still leading their division. So, this vintage Cowboys, they ain't made the playoffs in years.
It's still just a devastating loss.
Yeah,
The
devastating.
team is just, they don't have a bad
They was
team.
right here with the Broncos.
With Peyton.
They play up to their competition,
the
too.
Falcons season is over.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's been
1-4. No. You let the Jets with a rookie quarterback come in your home. He was damn near kicking their ass most of the game.
That's pretty bad, too, though. That's pretty bad, but I still got to go
Hey,
Cowboys.
y'all ain't got no chance at coming back and taking the snatching the Saints.
Next one. Sorry, Mill. Next one. Jason Cooper. Which of the 3 major sports has the best playoffs out of the MLB, NFL, and NBA? NBA.
Clearly got the best playoffs.
Got the best playoffs.
Football, one and done, baby.
Football,
You
one
do or
and done.
die.
Winner
You
go
do or
home.
die, baby.
Most exciting is football, but the most complete and the best is NBA because that's the best team wins out of 7-game
Gives them
series.
a little
Personally,
chance.
I say baseball, too. I'm a baseball. I love me some baseball.
You lose 4 times to a team, then
You deserve to go
You
home.
deserve to go home. Yeah.
All right, well, that is another show for today. I want to thank our guest again, Aaron Heavy Metal Coley. Let them know again one last time what's going on this Saturday.
Roseville, Saturday, 8 o'clock, man. Come check me out, man. I'm going to put on a great show.
Check out the main event.
What's
Main
your
event.
prediction for the fight? For your fight?
You gonna put a fighter on there like that?
Man, I see about the first round, me filling him out. Second round, he should be on his way up out of there. If not, he's going to be ready to quit. Either one.
He gotta
Either
go.
one,
He
You
gotta
gotta
go.
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 He gotta go.
And tickets. Anybody's interested in getting tickets? Number to call is 510-326-5397. Let them know you want to check out Aaron Heavy Metal Coley up his sack. And that's a wrap for Let's Talk Sports.
That was fun.